In 2020, BBVA decided to transform its digital sales strategy on a global scale for the next 3 years. Spain, Mexico, USA, Colombia, Argentina, Peru, Uruguay. And after winning a global tender, here's how we're going to do it. Technology, creativity, and data for each stage of the journey. This is Maria. She's 30 years old, lives in Madrid, and is just about to finish her master's in law. Maria is thinking about moving to the outskirts of the city with her boyfriend, Sergio. Apart from her boyfriend, Maria also loves technology, fashion, exploring Spotify playlists, shopping on Amazon, and booking trips with Airbnb. This morning, when Maria got up, she read a few stories on Instagram while having a coffee and orange juice for breakfast. While scrolling, she came across a story about BBVA's online bank account, an online account with no fees. But she didn't interact with the story because she's not one for interacting in the mornings. The next day, Maria was working. When reading her usual online newspaper, she saw a brand day on the online bank account. But news was the only thing on her mind that day. In the afternoon, she spends a good while browsing flats on Idealista, where she sees a banner ad for the online bank account, and finally, she comes to a dynamic landing page that makes reference to her life moment, but in the end, she doesn't follow up with the process. 2 weeks pass by, and finally Maria and Sergio find the place they've been looking for. Maria visits a home decorating blog where once more views a retargeting ad. The following day, she is still looking into how to decorate her home. She visits a YouTube channel on DIY tips. She sees a pre-roll ad that catches her eye, but she doesn't click on it. Having seen the pre-roll ad, Maria seeks out information on Google some hours later. She clicks on the paid link in the results page and accesses the product's landing page. She begins filling in the steps to register. At step 3, she discovers the promotion, "You could be one of the faces of our campaign." She accepts the terms and conditions and registers. She receives a confirmation email showing different mock-ups of ads featuring her face. She shares them and gets a number of likes, shares, and retweets. The next day, while Sergio is on the computer,
Para poder disfrutar de la mejor app de banca del mundo, lo único que necesitas es tener cara. Porque simplemente con un selfie puedes abrirte una cuenta online de BBVA sin comisiones ni condiciones. Y si tienes mucha cara, puedes también convertirte en el protagonista de nuestros anuncios. Entra en BBVA y descubre todo a lo que puedes acceder con un selfie. BBVA, creando oportunidades.
Now we are going to see how we make all of this happen. This is Maria, and we don't actually have any information about her. But we do know Paula. Paula is a BBVA customer, and thanks to her customer information, her characteristics on Datio, and an audience strategy, we know that she has the ideal profile for this account. By onboarding Paula's information on Salesforce Audience Studio, enriched with third-party data, we find her digital twin, Maria. To make this possible and find Maria on Instagram, the local cell defines audience and media strategies, sending the audience from Salesforce Audience Studio to Facebook Business Manager and coordinating with the creative agency that created the ad. Immediately, the hub generates all the ad variations and activates the campaign on Instagram. The assets we use are zero-click to automate campaign traffic, CNOPS to manage end-to-end process, and the attribution model we built for BBVA for measuring and optimization. This process is the same for all other interactions, regardless of the stage of the journey and the type of ad that we're going to use to target Maria. The following ad Maria views is a brand day on her favorite newspaper. In the afternoon, Maria sees a banner advertising the bank account on Idealista, and she clicks on it. When she clicks on the banner, we capture her cookie ID, as well as the information related to the ad and the site where the interaction happened, allowing us to enrich her profile with Salesforce Audience Studio and on Datio. Maria visits a personalized landing page, but does not continue with the process. The next ad she sees is on a home decorating blog. We collect the impression along with her cookie ID to keep enriching our information on Maria. All the information we collect with our Salesforce Audience Studio at each step will help us get to know Maria and profile her to decide on the next impact actions. Maria visits YouTube and views a pre-roll ad. The local cell defines the next best impact and media strategies, sending the audience from Salesforce Audience Studio to Google Display and Video 360 and coordinating with the creative agency that created the video. Once the ad has been approved, the hub activates the campaign on YouTube. Eventually, Maria seeks out information on BBVA's online bank account. Google AdWords gives us the first Google result, and she clicks on the BBVA ad. The local media cell defines a higher-level push strategy for Maria so that the ad appears in the first result and sends the audience from Salesforce Audience Studio to Google AdWords. The hub creates an ad hoc campaign for this audience with a personalized message to attract Maria. After clicking, Maria accesses the product landing site, and she begins to fill in her details to register. Here, apart from signing the new customer and enriching the data available on Maria, we can also measure the campaign's effectiveness and save the user experience with the form. A few minutes later, Maria receives a confirmation email showing different mock-ups of ads featuring her face. She shares them and gets a number of likes, shares, and retweets. On completing the process and becoming a customer, Maria is excluded from the audience she belongs to and begins a new customer journey based on cross-upselling.